What's up guys, this is Nick at ManriqueBilt Customs. My videos are gonna be a DIY and a whole custom twist on the do-it-yourself, a make-it-yourself and install-it-yourself all at the same time. I'll get custom scrap material and junkyard parts and make one-off pieces for my vehicle or whatever it is that I'm doing. So this is part 2 of this headlight swap. We'll finish by making the mounting brackets for the Jeep headlights and blinkers and show you it all lit up. I've already done tons of stuff to my truck already, and as you can see, it's not your average 99 Dodge Ram 2500. And that's pretty much it.
Okay, so so let's check out what I did.
Well, okay. Alright, so we're back up to this stock headlight, and I've already got in here, mounted them where I wanted, or put them in here, and took some measurements, and what I was thinking is I was going to use just two brackets, little 2L brackets, drill holes, bolt them on the side and leave it alone, but it ended up just be too easy almost, and I kind of want to give it a better look, something more sturdy as well. So what I'm going to do is I got some metal plate, kind of like a sheet metal. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fold it up, so I got my stands, I got my distance in between, my fold lines, and I'm gonna go ahead and I've already started, but I want to go ahead and finish cutting this out, get it bent up. That way it's gonna be 2 holes maybe, and then the light will mount here with these 2 flaps that will fold up, and then then I'll go ahead and put me some holes and bolt it there, and it'll still be able to pivot so I can get my my headlights level and kind of go with that design and see what I can get there. I'm gonna make one first, then I'll go ahead and copy and make another one. So safety first, glasses and gloves. So let's get that cut. This is fairly easy to cut. It won't be that hard. I can cut this pretty quick. Alright, let me go take it on the vise and let me go bend it. Okay, so if you can see kind of what I've done, I just put it on the, I don't have a brake or anything like that to fold that, but what I did is I went ahead and put it on the vise. I bent it down and gave it a couple taps. So let's do a little test fit. I still got to drill holes, but I'll go ahead and mark those, but those will be in there, and I could already tell I'm gonna have to maybe offset these just a hair, but that's about what I'm looking for. If I can just squeeze those there, and that's about what it's gonna be like. If you guys can see, we'll mount here like so, and I'll go ahead and put my 2 holes, get my 2 holes, have that there. Go ahead and mount this in there. I can get this hood closed a little bit more. Get that hood closed in there. Then I can kind of find out about where I'm gonna go with this thing here. So yeah, that's gonna be good. That's gonna be a good height there. Do that, and I can still, in the back here, once I get that nice and bent how I want it, kind of plate this in the middle here halfway, to give it some rigidity and kind of square it off a bit. So I think that's going to work. I'm going to make another copy and go ahead and cut and bend another one, get my holes drilled here, mount the light, make sure that I'm good and centered where I want it to go, bolt it all up, do the other side. Man, this project might be buttoned up here shortly. Okay, well, let's go ahead and make that other one and get some holes drilled, see what we come up with. So what I'm going to do right now, since my welding machine is actually inside the garage, is I got these little tabs that I made. You know, I just cut them out and go ahead and just tack weld them back here in the back. You know, give it a little strength. Kind of wanted to get it up here out of the way. Have some room for that blinker light on here. So I'm going to go and put me 2 or 3 tacks, you know. Let me get my machine here. I get the gun. I don't have any gloves or a mask. I'm just putting a couple tack welds, but you know, you should always have some kind of safety. You know, you gotta have something. So what I'm gonna do is get this and see if I can stick this here. Give me one there. Maybe one there. Let's see here. One there. One there. Get that to stick. That's gonna be good. Let's go ahead and move over to this one. There's some things that I do that probably may not be the best way to do them, you know, but what do those guys say in Roadkill Garage? We're doing the wrong thing the wrong way. That's what I'm saying. And let's see if I can get one here. And I think that's gonna do it. I don't want to do too much, you know, and weld it completely, but I think that's gonna be perfect. I think that's gonna get us to where we need to go and move on from here. All right, so I got my brackets. Got my brackets in here. Painted them a little bit. You know, just some quarter-inch hardware bolts and washers and stuff. And just gonna get these nice and tight because these will not be coming out. If you can see the blinker I have right up there, that where it's gonna mount down in there in the bottom, you know, so that's where that's gonna go. So what I'm gonna do is finish bolting this up, get the headlights put on. I'm gonna go ahead and do the blinkers next. I'm gonna mount the blinker right about in here. The bracket that it originally came with was perfect, you know, but in this instance it ain't gonna make it. Made another one that's a little bit taller so that it can come up and it'll actually more or less center itself between the bottom of the light and this bottom plate here. So I'm gonna just go ahead and put some put a bolt and a nut down in there. So what we got now, we got some headlights and some blinkers, both sides. And the only thing I'm really just not too 100% fond of is now I got this gap right here, you know. I don't know, maybe in another future video, maybe we can come back to this and maybe come up and fabricate the rest of this fiberglass here and maybe come down and block this off a little bit or something. All right guys, well, finally got our state approved headlights installed, got our blinkers reinstalled where they were back in the back, and we went ahead and moved our off-road lights, got them things installed behind the grill, Let's see what else. Got them all wired up. Got them all looking good. That bracket that we built came out real nice. Ended up having to trim just a hair in the back just to kind of get it to tilt back a little bit, but man, them things look nice. I like the way they sit. Not as big as the off-road lights, but man, let's get these things turned on and see how they come out. Well guys, if you enjoyed, give me a like, hit the little bell and subscribe. And I'll see you next time at the next video, man. We'll call this project a wrap.